Yo, what up here? How you doing, guys? My name is Sanj and today we are back with another video, and as you can see, it's a no face, no case video because today I'm going to be showing you my sneaker collection. It's a video that's been highly requested. I don't know why, because I'm not really known for my sneakers. I'm not a sneakerhead, far from it. People, have seen the boots collection video, now they want to see the sneakers. I have cut down my collection by so much over the last year, and if you do catch an echo, I do apologize. I'm in Berlin at the moment, away from home, but let's just get straight into it, and quite possibly the most basic out of the bunch. It is just a nostalgic shoe for me. I don't even believe I know the name. Holy shit, this is a great start to a sneaker collection video. Is this called the Air Max Plus? Anyway, these are the TNs. This is what we refer them to back in France. This was the French hood national shoe, at least if you lived in the banlieue. I know that this is also very common in Australia, I believe, again for similar reasons, and in a lot of countries across Europe. Super nostalgic. It was a pair of shoes that we couldn't afford as a kid. All the older kids had them and we really wanted them. They were far too expensive for us back in the day, so never could get them. And then once I could, I was like, yes, I'm getting them, especially in these two colors, which were sort of iconic even back then. So we used to call them the requin. There was a slightly different pattern if I remember properly, but this was pretty much it. So we've got it in the blue, we've got it in the orange. They're super versatile, they're easy to style. I think they look great with the pleats, they're great with jeans. And you'll also notice throughout this video that I've actually made a conscious effort to showcase the shoe in its entirety. Previously in the past, whenever I've showcased sneakers, I do that thing where I tend to hide them, because that's just how I wear my sneakers personally. And so this time around, I actually, gave these trousers a fat cuff. And if anybody asks about the trousers, they're a pair of vintage Carhartt trousers from Unsound Rags. Moving on to the more fashion piece, we have the Balenciaga Triple S in the OG Lego colorway. This is the made in Italy version, which literally makes no difference unless you know that fact. And even then, it's not even that crazy. I believe the first run of the production was made in Italy prior to it being moved to China, and then people used that to kind of upsell the price. This was the OG version, this was the Lego colorway. I still love this color, I think it's awesome. Truth be told, I don't wear them as much. In fact, I barely ever wear them these days. I've been trying to shift them for a while, but I'm also sitting on the fence about it because I think they're cool, and I do think they're a bit of like an archive or potential archive piece in the future. So that's why I'm sticking with them for the time being. Moving into the hyped territory now, we have the Nike Off-White Prestos. Now this was one of the few Nike Off-Whites from the OG collection that I still have decided to keep just because they're my favorites. They're, as you can see, they're beaten. Like, I wear the shit out of them. I think they look so much better when beat anyway. I still kept the red tag. Yes, it can get quite annoying. I'm gonna keep it 100%. And yes, I have removed it before in the past, but I don't know, I just think it kind of adds to it. Super clean, super nice, super comfy. I literally wear them as like my beaters, if you want to call them that. Like, they slot on and off so easily that they're just perfect to just chuck them on and go. Sizing wise as well, these are a size UK 7, by the way. I stay true to size in pretty much all my sneakers, except these bad boys, like Rick Owens, where I tend to size down. And these are the Vomit Converse shoes, also known as the Babel Ramones from spring, summer 19, I think it was. Super, in my opinion, beautiful. I know that people are going to have a different opinion as well. Some people either love them or some people hate them. I think they're awesome. I love the discolored nature of them. I love the silhouette of the Ramones. Although in this color and in this material, it kind of makes them a bit more toned down. I feel like the black and white versions really emphasize the bulky nature of them, and they do look very clown-esque. Whereas in this colorway, they just look fire. And also, I am showing you how I actually wear them, which is, a bit more covered. It's just the way it is. It's just the way that I wear them, so don't fight me for this. Then we have the first Rick Owens Dunks of my collection. And in fact, these are very special because these are the most recent acquisition / the recent purchased the recent edition to the collection, and they were provided by the wonderful people over at Marked, who are today's sponsors of the video. So we're gonna cut the video right here, jump into a quick little message, and then I'll resume with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sneaker right here. So what is Marked, you ask? Well, Marked is an online consignment store based in Europe, selling high-end, secondhand, and sometimes brand new items. In short, people fill out a form on the website where they would reply with a contract, and the consignee sends the item to them. Once they receive the items, they carefully inspect the products, and they take professional pictures and edit them for you. They write the description and list them on both their website and on their Grailed pages. Once an item is sold, the consignee will receive an email with an invoice where a payout is made after 5 to 7 days. And as you can see from the selection that I've just briefly highlighted, they've got some heat. I mean, this Celine jacket is absolutely beautiful. It's a piece that I've been lusting over. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in my size. They also have this incredible tanned shearling Acne Studios leather jacket, which is just a beauty. There is a page on the website, which I've just highlighted now, where you can kind of click through the video. It's all animated. It's super clear for you guys to get a better understanding of what it is. And yeah, man, so I just want to say a massive thank you to the wonderful people over at Marked for A, sponsoring this video, B, sending over this pair of shoes to sort of aid complete my Rick Owens Dunks collection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're back with these beautiful shoes, and like I said, these have been the latest addition to my collection. I've been lusting after them for so long. These are the OG Oreo Dunks colorway, basically the black and whites, the ones that are quite possibly the most coveted, I would say. The most basic also, but for good reasons, because they're just super clean, they look insane. And as usual, I'm gonna stop repeating myself, but like, this is how I'd wear them, you know, covering them up. Yes, Rick collectors are gonna go absolutely crazy right now, but that's just the way it is around this part of town. So thank you. Rick Dunk Nummer 2. We have the sand, is that what they're called? Sand, mocha, dune. I don't know what they're called. I'm pretty sure they've got a really cool name. I just can't seem to remember it right now. Also, if the audio is all over the place in this video, I do apologize, and I will find a better way to fix it up for the future videos, because I'm going to be here for a while. So you're going to see me in Berlin. You're going to see Berlin related content over the next month or so. Anyway, beautiful. This one are in a more of a suede take on things, so they're a bit more, you know, beaten. They look older. They've aged so beautifully. They've got this incredible patina / trashy looking thing. I just absolutely love them, man. I think they're so cool. They're super versatile, much like the other ones. And you know, whenever you feel like wearing something a bit more toned down, where the tones are a bit more subtle, the tones are a bit more earthy, then this is the pair to go to. And I think they just look absolutely incredible. So this is potentially my favorite out of the bunch, to be completely honest with you. Then we have the first pair that I got, which was the Milk Dunks. Super clean, you know, all white, piss yellow sole, and yeah, what's there? I feel like I'm just, at this point, we're just repeating what we've seen over the last 2 shoes, just in new colors. But yeah, man, that's what a sneaker collection video is like, I guess. Sizing wise, I might as well talk about sizing. I tend to size down. Now, my true size is 41. I tend to go down to a size 40, especially in Rick Owens sneakers. Now, it's not always the case. Sometimes I do have to comp these Dunks in a size 41, and then I'll put an insole in, just because they're super hard to come by, especially in, you know, decent condition and for a decent price. So some of them you'll see there'll be a 40, some of them there'll be a 41. There's only like a very subtle difference in them. But this was the Milk Dunk Rick Owens. And then last but certainly not the least, to finish off the Dunks collection, we have the reverse Oreo with the black toe. Now this is actually a colorway that is somewhat, I don't want to say rare, but most reverse Dunks that I've seen don't actually have the black outer line at the front. which I thought was what made this shoe absolutely incredible anyway. So I'm so glad I have this iteration. Most of the reverse Oreos that you'll see don't have the black outline at the front. They just came in 2 different variations. Unfortunately, I don't actually recall the season in them, but this was, I'm assuming, one of the early ones. Once again, super clean, super beautiful. Love the colors, love the leather. These are old shoes, so the fact that they've, you know, held their shape and held their form and still look absolutely incredible is a testament to Rick's craftsmanship. And let's actually be honest as well here, although, yeah, they're well made, they were also made quite flimsily. Like, these shoes are known and are popular for the use of staples in the back to hold the soles together. And I believe out of the 4 shoes that I have, 3 of them still have them intact. One of them kind of has them a bit scuffed up, and you'll see that some of the soles as well have been replaced. Like I said, these shoes are super old. That's only to be expected. I personally haven't replaced any of them. That's just the way that I've purchased them, and I'm sure the more I wear into them, the more I'll have to replace them. Moving on from Rick, we have the CDG Dunks. This kind of falls into the hype territory. I think it does. Beautiful shoe. As you can see, there is somewhat of a theme with me and sneakers, especially the ones that I've kept. They all kind of fall along the lines of the high tops, Jordan 1s, Dunks, Rick Owens Dunks, you know, that sort of vibe. That's just what I gravitate towards, and that's just what I'm going to be copying from now on. Like, I want to keep my sneaker collection super concise. Don't get me wrong, I do want a lot of variation of colorways and you know, various shoes, but in terms of silhouette, I intend on sticking to the ones that work for me, the ones that I love. Like the new Sangiev, for example, I think they're awesome, but do I see myself wearing them more than a handful amount of times before I flip them? No, so I just figured to just skip on them. Anyway, CDG Dunks, see-through. What else is there? They've been worn, obviously. You can see the yellowing of the back, and me just fucking around in them. They're fire. I love them. Then we have the one in the chamber, Fugazi, from the boy Trevor. These definitely didn't kickstart the bootleg thing, but I feel like they were pivotal in the whole game of bootleg, especially recently. Don't get me wrong, bootlegs have been a thing, and people have been doing it for years now, decades. And to be completely honest with you, over the last 3 years, I'd say, the one bootleg, at least for me anyway, that sort of, as I just mentioned, pivotal, had a whole theme, had a whole concept that really worked and that looked great as a pair, were these Fugazi one in the chambers. This was the OG Chicago colorway. I do have the cool grays coming on the way. In fact, I just placed an order. I was supposed to fly out to LA right now actually, but obviously borders are still closed and probably won't open until 2022 realistically. So I was like, yo Trevor, that pair that you put aside for me, can you just send it over? And he's sending it over today, so I'll be getting my cool grays next week or the week after, and I'm gassed for it. Speaking of cooked shoes, we have the Jordan 1's bred from 94, I believe. Hella cooked. J's, I think they look amazing. Obviously I do have to be somewhat careful with them just because, well, I don't really wear these as often as some of the other shoes anyway, but you see the state of them. If I do anything too drastic in them, they could just bust completely open, and then I'll be shoeless. I just love this colorway, this silhouette, just everything about it. Yes, they're super cooked, hence why I can do whatever the fuck I want with them. I think they're awesome. I think the patina, the colors, everything comes together so nicely, man. I love them. Going back to a hyped selection, we have the Nike Off-White Jordans in the Europe exclusive all white color. What was the name of these? GNC? Was it GNC? Basically the Europe exclusive cocaine white. Fire. Everyone's seen them. By now they're a thing. Everyone's probably got them. Whoever wanted to have them. I was blessed to get them for retail for my birthday, hooked up by the boy who traded me for another pair of shoes, but he could have very, very easily sold them for a much, much, much higher price point. He was like, yo, it's your birthday, take them, for like a ridiculous trade, which was a massive, massive come up. So I'm ever so grateful to the boy. He knows who he is. Off-White Jordans, hype. They're great. I love the light blue tag. As you can see, I don't remove that one, hence why it's got a few bends around. And as you can see, once again, this is sort of how I tend to wear them. It's just more subtle. Like, the way that I see it and the way that I explain it is, to me, sneakers are never the focal point of the outfit, which is weird because sometimes I make boots the focal point, but sneakers very rarely ever are the focal point. So I just like to just keep them subtle. If I have to hide them, I hide them. I don't care if they're coveted or hyped. And if it works for the outfit, it works for the outfit. And then last but certainly not the least, we have the Off-White UNCs. This is the only pair of the Off-White collaboration shoes where I actually choose to have the Larry shoelaces. I just think it works here, especially with the subtle orange hits that you see across the details anyway, like on the tick and on the tongue. It just makes sense. It works cohesively, at least in my opinion. I believe I had them with purple laces before, or potentially even just the whites, but the orange fits and look great. So yeah, man, that is that. I think this was a fairly concise video, at least I'd like to think so. My sneaker collection isn't that mad compared to my boots. Yes, it's growing, and it probably will grow just very slowly as opposed to the boots, but you guys asked for it. Here it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to the wonderful people over at Marked. Links to everything will be in the description box down below, so do check it out. Show them mad love because they've showed me mad love, and I am ever so grateful and appreciative of both them and you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Have a beautiful day, sorry. Take care. Peace.